Ladies and gentlemen, Lord Aaron here of the Aaron Gaming Network, and welcome back to Fallout 4. In the last episode, we finally caught the man who killed the Atomic Blonde's husband. Okay, audio's working. We caught the man who killed her husband and stole our child, and we found out that the Institute has him. So now, we have to talk to Dr. Amari and see what's going on. These are the two idiots we scared earlier. What's up, Frank? Piper's having a little drink.
Brotherhood of Steel better stay out of good neighbor. All I'm saying.
I don't think you stand much of a chance if they came in here, Borowski.
Oh, new face walks into my store, and you're not even screaming yet. Very polite. You let me know if anything catches your fancy.
Did you say something about people screaming at you?
That's right. Some newcomers have never seen a ghoul before. Can't handle a friendly face, I say. So you need some supplies?
What's it like, you know, being a ghoul?
Well, it's a lot worse when people always ask you about it all the time. But I guess I can't blame them. On the upside, I look pretty good for being over 220 years old. Now, were you buying anything?
Wait, you're 220 years old.
Okay. It's more like 270 years. But don't go blabbing that to everyone. Being a ghoul means you live a long time. You stop counting birthdays. Do you know what it's like being that old?
Actually...
What's it like?
It's like being in a time warp sometimes. Hundreds of years between you and the 20-somethings running around here. Not that you'd know what that's like, would you?
I would.
Actually, I do.
Well, now you're just making fun of me. If you were as old as I was, you would have been around since before the war. So let's hear it. Come on. Tell me what the world was like before the war if you're so ancient.
What's up, Anthony?
I had a beautiful house. White picket fence and a lawn with the greenest grass you've ever seen. It was peaceful.
It was, wasn't it? Sorry. Last thing you want to see is an old lady tearing up. Well, you're either the most well-preserved ghoul I've ever seen, or you're the second best bullshitter and good neighbor. Ah!
So, what do you remember about the past?
Oh, sweetie. I was an angry young woman back then. Thought the world was sick and wouldn't give me my due. Then it all ended, and well, I ended in a way, becoming a ghoul. Maybe when you get to be my age, everything starts to look like fate. Anyway, I like your story better, whether or not it's true.
I'm not bullshitting.
You know, if you haven't already, you should check out the Hotel Rexford. There's another pre-war ghoul hanging around there. Well, we should get back to business. What are you picking up?
Got any work?
I do, actually. Super mutants have taken over the old Boston Public Library.
Oh, hell nah.
Got a lot of fond memories of that place from when I was a girl and human. You get those lumbering brutes out of there, I'll pay you 200 caps.
I don't think that's enough money to cover clearing out a whole building.
You got a good point. We'll make it 250 caps.
Hey, it's not just the cost of ammunition. Danger means doctor's fees.
Yeah. How about 300 caps when it's done? Deal?
Alright, I'm not gonna push it anymore. I could probably pass this red speech check, but I don't want to risk it.
Anything more you can tell me about the library?
A lot of those pre-war buildings have automated security. Robots, turrets, that kind of thing. Lot of computers, too. Hope you take the job. You might not believe this, but I was a shy child. Books were like my best friends growing up.
You got a deal, Daisy.
Thanks. Hey, while you're there, could you return this book for me? It's from the library. Don't even ask how long it's been overdue.
What's the point? Why is she concerned about returning a book to a library that has been destroyed for 200 years? Watch out, Piper. Yeah, they're basically walking zombies, but they do get to live a long time, though. Alright, she's got nothing in here worth stealing. Let's go, Piper. I love how they just leave dead bodies in the middle of the street. That's great.
Well, hello. Everything here is guaranteed to injure, maim, or kill at your discretion. Except me. I only kill when I want to.
Yeah, this robot's not creepy.
Who? What are you?
I'm a woman, baby. Can't you tell?
Oh, of course you are. It's just all those metal plates. You're a robot, right? A very womanly robot.
Designation, Assaultron. Designed to provide a variety of security-related tasks to the modern man. Runtime conclusion. Why work for the man when you can work for yourself? New designation. KLEO. Cleo. Fully independent small business owner. Robot enough for you, smooth talker? Now what are you buying?
You're an Assaultron?
That's what my makers called me. But as far as I'm concerned, I'm a woman. And I run a store that sells very large guns. So what'll it be?
So what kinds of weapons do you have?
Anything that can kill a man, I sell. Except suicidal depression. That is unfortunately not packageable. Now, are we doing business?
Fine.
Let's see what you got.
A gun for every occasion.
I don't think they should let this robot run around. She sounds... why do I bother even looking? I can't afford anything. She's got a Devastator's chest piece, which reflects 10% of melee damage back on the attacker, which could be useful, but it ain't worth that ridiculous amount of caps. Temporarily slows time during combat when you're at 20% or less health. You can just get Nerd Rage to do that for you. Ooh, she's got a Gauss rifle. Damn. Now this I would... it's a little pricey. But actually it's not really that pricey. I could actually afford this, but... nope. Saving my caps. I could also steal all this stuff behind her. She's got a mini nuke and stuff. But if I get caught, I'm in trouble.
You looking to get us in trouble?
Relax, Piper. I've been stealing in video games since freaking Morrowind. You just gotta make sure you get into it. Let's not steal it all individually. Alright. Because if that robot sees us, Assaultrons are actually pretty tough, so I really don't want to have to fight one if I don't have to.
Wake up, Commonwealth. Synths are not your enemy. They are victims in this war as well. True, they were created by the Institute, but they were created as slaves. Thinking, feeling, and dreaming beings, utterly oppressed by their tyrannical masters. So join with us in fighting the real enemy, the Institute. Join the Railroad. When you're ready for that next step, don't worry. We'll find you.
How will you find us? Everybody seems to be able to find us, though. Hope we don't get caught hacking into this terminal.
I'm through.
Have a plan to kill everyone you meet. Oh, man. This girl reminds me of an ex I had. Laser shot at long range. She is too close to home for straight assault to be viable without suspicion. This robot's all kinds of messed up. Hancock. Kill bodyguard first. Strangulation while she sleeps. Then load all doses of chems in the old state house with poison. Collateral damage possible, but loss is acceptable without too much disruption to the business. Neighborhood watch. Wait until super mutant or raider attack. High explosives at key areas of the defensive perimeter. Relocation necessary afterwards, as good neighbor would be left vulnerable. Sensors picked up digging sounds recently. Workers and guards being hired at high rates. Wait until night, sneak in the hideout, dismantle lights, then kill one by one. Whitechapel Charlie. Pay off one of his associates. Good help is so hard to hold on to these days. A fellow working girl, talking about Magnolia, deserves a chance. Burn down the third rail as a warning. If she resists after that, clean shot to the head. Yep, so this robot's freaking insane. And it's going to inevitably kill everybody in Good Neighbor. So I think I'll leave her alone. Not ready to go down there just yet. Alright, let's check out the third rail. Since this is our first time into Good Neighbor. It's not as big as Diamond City, which is fine by me.
Hancock says newcomers are welcome in the third rail. Go on in.
Thanks, zombie. Nice tuxedo.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
Whoever this Brotherhood of Steel is, I'm not buying that we come in peace malarkey.
Yeah, he just said that. Who's the MILF?
How are you? Public occurrences. So, who's really in charge of Good Neighbor these days? Who runs this seedy sanctuary?
You're looking at him, but I'll sell you a stake in it. 100 caps. Wait, no, 50. 10?
Yeah, thanks. But I think I'll pass.
Piper, stop harassing people. I'm checking out the MILF. Not bad for a 60-year-old.
Oi, we got beer. You ain't buying beer, you ain't buying.
Who's the singer?
That is Magnolia, flower of the third rail. Anything you want to know about her other than that is her business. Now, you gonna order?
Love that Union Jack on him.
The third rail? Is this your place?
What? Ah, God. Place is Hancock's. Old Charlie just keeps the floor clean and drinks dirty. So, you buying or what?
So, Hancock's the owner?
That's right. Owner and mayor of this whole bloody town. Trust me, never get on his bad side. Stay clear of his bodyguard. So, what's your poison?
Hancock has a bodyguard?
Yeah. Redhead with the condescending stare. Trust me, Cub, something about her ain't right. But I'll never admit saying that. I'm trying to sell drinks here. You in?
What's the word around town?
Well, they say there's a newcomer around here who doesn't understand that I'm a bartender, not a damn juice pot. Now, are you gonna drink?
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Nothing watered down.
Yeah, God only knows what this crap is he's selling to us. Oh well, I guess I'll buy a beer. 8 caps? Overcharging much?
Now that you're liquored up, got a proposition for you. I need a dirty girl to do some dirty, dirty work. Blood on the pavement, bodies in the ground, that kind of thing. Interested?
I want to hear the details first.
I got a certain anonymous client who's paying top dollar for a clean-up job. 3 locations. Everyone inside. No witnesses. Only catch? It's all in town. The old warehouses, so I can't use my regulars. Too noticeable. That's where you come in. The job's 200 caps. Payment after it's done. And don't worry, I'll know when it is.
I don't do work, unless I know who's paying the bills.
All right, Gov. Not like it's a big secret who I represent. Mayor Hancock is fronting the caps. Internal political struggle. You know how it is. Look, it's nothing you need to be concerned about. Just clear out the warehouses and get paid. Simple.
3 locations. That's a lot of time. A lot of bullets.
Well, I guess we could sweeten the pot a bit. 250.
Too low. Barely covers the risks.
All right, Gov. 300.
All right, I'm taking a chance here.
More money, Charlie.
Giving me a right kick in
Yes.
the elbows. We'll make it 400, but that's as high as I'm going.
That's more like it.
I'll get it done.
You better. Now go out there and bust some heads.
That's right, good Nathan. I'm the one you're looking for.
Another one even works looking for
We'll be right back.
He's in the
after a
back.
short break.
We'll talk to Magnolia later.
Ever been to Kill or Be Killed? Some fine-looking
Beautiful
weapons.
as always, Max.
Thanks, Charlie. Can I get some water?
No need to even ask. I always set aside a stash of the good stuff just for you.
You are such a sweetheart, Charlie. Thank you.
Or we can
Oh,
talk
what
to
a
her
lovely
now.
place to get shanked. Hey there, Charlie. Beer?
What? No one ever teach you your please and thank yous?
Whoa now. You talk to all your customers that way?
They sure as hell don't pay me to clean the place.
No kidding. I'll have a beer. Please.
Better keep your iron strapped on. Friendly advice.
Thanks.
Excuse me, miss.
Well, what's the matter, sweetheart? Don't tell me you didn't like the song.
I was gonna wait to talk to her, but this grandma's hot.
I've never heard that song before. Who wrote it?
I did. Everything I sing is an original. Now, there's something special about you, isn't there? Don't tell me. Let me guess. It's your eyes. Quick and intense. I bet you never miss a detail, You like what you see? So what brings a woman like you to my part of town?
Whatever special stat is the highest will change what she says, so because my perception is so high, that's why she said that.
Me? Playing a game. First idiot who grabs my ass gets his arm broken. 10 points if he's drunk.
That sounds
She does
like
have a
the
big
beginning
ass.
of a great song. I think you and I are going to get along. So it's my turn to answer questions, right? What can I do for you?
What's your story? How'd you end up singing here?
Oh, I flew into town like any songbird does, on a heavy wind with a wounded wing. Well, this place has a stage. I needed to sing, and Whitechapel Charlie needed customers, so here we are. Was there anything else?
Whitechapel Charlie's been here a long time, I take it.
Well, he never talks too much about his past. Neither do I, really. I guess that's why we get along. You should get to know him, though. Order a drink first. He always wants to talk business after someone's had a few. Was that all? You need anything else?
Come on. Tell me the whole story. Who were you before all this?
You really want to know? It's all in the songs. Everything I am. Now, can I help you with anything else?
Suspicious.
I was wondering if we could get to know each other better.
Oh, really? Go on.
You, me, an evening walk under the streetlights.
And then what?
Music.
I knew you were something special, all right. Let me get my coat.
Let's get out of here.
Let me get my coat.
Boy, The atomic blonde. I think she's into chicks. Did Nate know about this crap? They was into some freaky stuff in the park, so he may have known about this. He probably didn't care. Whoa!
I haven't been out on the town in too long. Thank you. I'm afraid my first love is always going to be the stage, though. I hope you understand. I just can't get too attached. I'll see you around, good neighbor. When I'm up there singing, I'll be thinking of you.
Thanks. So we just did the nasty on this filthy bed? What is this? Old Zlag's gun? What is this? This is definitely a glitch. This gun just appeared out of nowhere. And look at all these chems. I've never seen this before in this room. What is this?
Perfect.
It does a lot of energy damage. Standard barrel, standard stock. Old Zlag's gun. Who's Old Zlags? I've never seen this gun in my life. This has to be a glitch. I've never seen this gun drop like that. It's almost like Magnolia dropped it or something. Where did it come from? So we have some lesbian sex, we get a nice gun? Piper, what's going on? This game has been really glitchy this playthrough. More than normal. I got fusion cells all over the place for this gun. Got a bunch of jet. Got a bunch of drugs. What the hell is going on here? I swear this is not a mod. I have no idea what's going on here. I'm lost right now. Well, hell, we got a free gun and we got plenty of cells to use it. Shit, I ain't gonna complain about that. That was random. Let's get out of here. The hell? You!
What? No, it can't. It's you. From Sanctuary Hills, right?
Wait, are you from Vault-Tec?
I am Vault-Tec. 20 years of loyal service, and now look at me. I wasn't on the list. But you, look at you. 200 years, and you're still perfect. How's that possible?
You don't know? They didn't tell you?
Tell me what? What is it? How did you get through these last 200 years untouched?
The vault had these pods that froze us in place. I only thawed out recently.
What? Vault-Tec never told me that. Unbelievable. Well, I had to get to the future the hard way. Living through the filth, the decay, and the bloodshed. Look at me. I'm a ghoul. A freak.
And you're still wearing that same trench coat, so you probably stink too.
Are there any other ghouls out there from before?
You mean Crazy Kent and Nothing Bothers Me Daisy? Yeah, there's a couple of us. But no one from the neighborhood. No one from Vault-Tec. They just left me there.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know this would happen.
You know, you're the only other person I met from before.
I just can't be a jerk to this poor guy.
Oh, God. I've been so alone here. No Commonwealth settlement. Once a ghoul with 200 years of Vault-Tec sales experience.
Hey, you know you could head back to Sanctuary. I'll come visit. I promise.
Really? You will? Okay. I'll head over there right now. You promise you'll come visit, right?
I'll see you there.
I can't be mean to this poor guy. His whole life sucked. He probably didn't have much of an exciting life before. The Hotel Rexford is glitching pretty bad here. There's a lot of texture issues. I'm getting nervous about this. There's Morowski. Definitely don't want to talk to that idiot. I'm still perplexed about that gun. I've never seen that. I've played this game a lot. I mean, I keep my commentary pretty much, you know, as if I'm experiencing it for the first time, but I have played this a lot, and I've never seen that happen, ever. Well, if we're gonna steal... Now, my last playthrough, the Vault-Tec rep died, so hopefully he won't die this time. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Yes.
Piper, stop being a goody two-shoes. We're in the Commonwealth. I'm just doing what I have to survive. Marksman's 45 pipe sniper rifle. No, thank you. Girl, put your fist away. Sweet. Well, since Morowski's not in his little office here, we can loot it. I love how she slams the doors as she's stealing. And because my sneak is significantly high now, thanks to perks, stealing is a lot easier than it was. So we sent Sheffield and the Vault-Tec rep to Sanctuary, so I need to start building it up soon.
I just clean up around here.
Well, you're doing a stellar job.
Hi.
This place ain't what it used to be, and it ain't used to be much.
Grammar, young lady.
Hey there.
Oh man, someone new. You need some Jet, man? Home-brewed, reasonable prices?
What's Jet?
You don't know? It's the best. It just hypercharges everything. Like you got the speed of 10 men in one inhaler.
What other kinds of chems do you have?
Well, you got your medicinal shit, Rad-X and Rad-Away for radiation sickness. Hey, do you think that's why they call it Rad-X? That's far out. Mentats are for the sciencey types, you know? Eggheads looking for a boost to solve big problems. Buff-outs for the muscle men. Fuck, just try it all is what I say.
You have any work?
Yeah, actually, you might be perfect. You know the Gunners, right? The high-end mercenaries? Well, a few of them were talking about scavenging around that old hallucinogen building. I mean, just think about that name. There's gotta be some shit there that's out of this world. You get me something, I pay you 200 caps.
Your offer's a little low, Fred.
All right, let's make it 250.
Not good enough. You said there's already a crew of mercs there.
I did say that, didn't I? How about 300?
Good neighbor's full of chem addicts. You have plenty of money to fund this job.
Okay, okay. You got me. 400 caps, that's all I can put out?
Sweet. She is a smooth talker. Maybe it's because she was a lawyer.
You said Gunners are out there?
The blackest-hearted mercs around, friend. Well-armed, organized. So, you know, make sure they don't catch you.
Mm-hmm.
Anything more you can tell me about hallucinogen?
Like I said, that name's killer. They probably made all kinds of chemicals worth grabbing. The Gunners were willing to send a team in there, and those guys don't go after lame marks.
All right, Fred. We have a deal.
You're the best. The absolute best.
She just swindled you, dog.
Before you even start, let's skip to the point. We have rooms, one room specifically. Payment due up front.
What? I just banged McNorley up there.
Can you tell me a bit about this hotel?
Oh, why do they always have questions? The Hotel Rexford used to be a grand establishment. We even had guests that didn't throw up all over the floor. But now the only people who come by are looking for somewhere to nurse a hangover or shoot up chems. So, still want a room?
Well, with a sales pitch like that, how could I resist?
Who owns this place?
Mr. Morowski. Oh, you should have seen him in his day. This place used to be flowing with high-end chems, beautiful clients, and oh, the parties. But now he just stews in the back office and disgraces his parents' memory. I swear, if they knew how far he's fallen, they'd die all over again. So why don't you rent a room before I get worked up?
Sorry, but she likes to bombard people with questions. I love her face, too, because she knows she's pissing her off. It's hilarious.
Tell me more about this Morowski character.
Oh, why bother? He's worthless. The other big names caught him with his pants down, and now he just has this ratty hotel. That's the way Good Neighbor operates. The strong make it to the top until someone stronger kicks them down. Now, are you buying this room or not?
Tell me a bit about yourself, Claire.
I have been working in this hotel for over 40 years, and this is not how I imagined spending my retirement. Now, are you done being nosy, or are you getting a room?
And then, of course, she says no.
I don't think so.
Mark another in the moocher column.
Pissing people off is great.
Hey there. You're new around Good Neighbor, if I'm not mistaken. What do you think of the place?
Going to go down and do some work.
Being available to the customers is work. It's not all about cooking chems, Claire.
It's
Seems
not
like a
all
dump
about
to me.
sampling
Well, there's a
and
few shiesty folks around.
maybe if you
But
stop
give Good Neighbor a chance, and she might surprise you.
Where's the
Name's
fun in
Rufus. I
cooking
do
if you
repairs
ain't
around here.
using it?
Keep the robots
My
running,
mistake.
sell a bit of scrap, that sort of thing. I'm usually here or drinking that swill Charlie slinging at the third rail. Looking for parts? I also might have a job for you if you're interested.
Alright.
What's the job?
Don't know if you've had the beer down at the third rail, but I swear Charlie must have found it in a sewer.
Found this holotape while doing repairs at the Rexford. Delivery notice for a brewing machine. Pre-war. Thing is, it was never delivered. Well, with all the bombs and all. Done some asking around, and I think it might still be intact. Which is where you come in.
What's the catch?
The usual. Place it's in isn't empty. Might have to shoot your way in. Think you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
Isn't brewing equipment gonna be kind of large?
Usually it is, but apparently this machine has been miniaturized, so that shouldn't be a problem. Are you gonna take the job?
Well, this is a woman who carries 16 guns at once, 10 suits of armor. So, yeah, I don't think we have to worry about it being too big.
I assume this is a paying job.
Of course. How about 200 caps and some of the beer? Are you gonna take the job?
This isn't exactly the safest neighborhood. What about hazard pay?
Fair point. 300 caps, plus beer.
You know
Think
what?
you can get a hold of that brewing machine for me?
I like this guy, so I'm not gonna swindle him too hard.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Great. So, the brewing machine is in the basement of an old bar called the Shamrock Tap House. When you leave town, make your way around east till you hit Atlantic. Great big green sign. Bring it back here when you're done.
And that starts trouble brewing, so we got plenty of quests here to level up and stuff. As with most RPGs. But we're here for a specific reason, and that is to find out what we can about Kellogg.
Everyone, gather around. Let's kick the breeze back. Shoot the fat. Now, I know you all are doing your own thing, but I don't want anyone here to forget what matters. Hey, Daisy, glad you could make it. How's my favorite girl doing? Didn't I see you on a date with Morowski the other day?
Huh, he wishes.
all right. We're getting off track. What was I saying? Oh, that's right. What matters. We freaks gotta stick together. And the best way to stick together is to keep an eye out for what drives us apart. You feel me?
Yeah, you tell it like it is, Hancock.
Now, what out there in our big, friendly Commonwealth would want to drive us apart? What kind of twisted, unneighborly boogeyman would want to hurt our peaceful community?
The Institute and their synths.
That's right. Who said that? Coming up to my office later. You've earned yourself some jet. The Institute. They're the real enemy. Not the Raiders. Not the super mutants. Not even those tools over in Diamond City.
I don't know, Hancock. I'd sure love to give McDonough a kick in the ass.
Hey, we all know I got my own personal beef with that lardhead. But stay focused. Now, I want everyone to keep the Institute in mind. When someone starts acting funny. When people are doing things they don't normally do. When family starts pushing you away for no reason. We all know who's behind that kind of shit. And the only way to stop it is to stick together. They can't control us if we're not afraid. Now, who's scared of the Institute?
Not us!
And which town in the Commonwealth should the Institute not fuck with?
Good neighbor.
And who's in charge of good neighbor?
Of the people, for the people.
Boy, I guess every leader in the world just has to have Hitler-like speeches every 5 seconds. McDonough did it too. Shimony.
Hey.
What the hell? You look familiar.
Hey there.
What's up? What a day, huh? Everyone's welcome and good neighbor. Even me.
Weirdo. He looks familiar. Alright, Piper, take a seat. It's time for us to uncover some things.
Now, I've seen a lot of crazy stuff in my time, but a flying ship? Yowza.
That's pretty crazy.
Ain't your concern. Move it.
Whoa. I could probably kill him, but I don't feel like getting into a firefight. Alright, so here we are at the Memory Den. At long last, maybe we can get some answers from Kellogg's brain matter that we somehow recovered, because I'm pretty sure we turned him into an ash pile. Video game logic strikes again. Ooh, let's steal.
Well, well, Mr. Valentine, I thought you had forgotten about little old me.
May have walked out of the den, Irma, but I'd never walk out on you.
Amari's downstairs, you big flirt.
Right, so Valentine made it. Didn't we just talk to this guy?
Nick.
Let's go talk to Amari.
Here for Amari, she's downstairs.
Hey, Irma.
Whatever you and Nick are up to, I don't need to know. Just don't let the big metal softy hurt himself, all right?
Sure thing, MILF. There's a lot of MILFs in Good Neighbor. Alright, let's do it. If you come to Good Neighbor earlier, you can trigger a scene with those memory loungers and stuff, but I always forget to do that.
Dr. Amari?
Yes? I take it this isn't a social call.
Doctor, it's time for you to reverse death itself.
What?
I wouldn't have put it quite that way, but it's true. We need a dead man's memories. Guy named Kellogg.
Are you two mad? Putting aside the fact that you're asking me to defile a corpse, you don't realize that the memory simulators require intact, living brains to function.
Technically, the corpse was defiled already.
This dead brain had inside knowledge of the Institute, Amari. The biggest scientific secret of the Commonwealth. You need this, and so do we.
Fine. I'll take a look. But no guarantees. Do you have it with you?
Could you say that like Dr. Frankenstein?
Igor, fetch me the brain!
Sorry.
No, I will not. Now, do you have it?
She's in a sarcastic mood today.
How much of the brain do you need, exactly?
That is not an encouraging question. I suppose I'll have to make do with whatever you can find.
Here's what I could find.
What's this? This isn't a brain. This is... Wait, that's the hippocampus. And this thing attached to it? A neural interface?
Those circuits look awfully familiar.
I'm not surprised. From what I've seen, all Institute technology has a similar architecture.
Nick's an older model synth. Is he still compatible?
That's exactly what I was thinking. If we are lucky, it should hook right in. But even if this works, Mr. Valentine would be taking on a tremendous amount of risk. We're talking about wiring something to his brain.
Don't worry about me, Amari. Let's do it.
Aw, I can't be mean to Nick if he's gonna be nice to us like this.
Hey, I appreciate this, Nick.
You can thank me when we've found your son. All right, let's do this.
Whenever you're ready, Mr. Valentine. Just sit down.
If I start cackling like an old grizzled mercenary, pull me out, okay?
Let's see here. I need you to keep talking to me, Mr. Valentine. Any slight change in your cognitive functions could be dire. Are you feeling any different?
There's a lot of flashes. Static. I can't make sense of any of it, Doc.
That's what I was afraid of. The mnemonic impressions are encoded. It appears the Institute has one last failsafe. There's a lock on the memories in the implant.
Is Nick gonna be okay?
Yes, the connections appear to be stable. Hopefully it'll be as simple as unplugging the implant once we're done. But that doesn't get around the current problem. The memory encryption is too strong for a single mind. But what if we use two? We load both you and Mr. Valentine into the memory loungers. Run your cognitive functions in parallel. He'll act as a host, while your consciousness drives through whatever memories we can find.
Any idea of what I'm gonna see in there?
I have no clue. But considering we only have a single piece of the medial temporal lobe and not the whole brain, I doubt it'll be cohesive.
Nick and I are gonna share a mind? I'm not gonna see him in any compromising positions, am I?
Yeah, if a smart mouth was all it took to solve problems, we would have found your son by now.
No.
Oh, God.
You won't have to worry about that. The only memories you'll access are the ones in the implant.
Oh my God, she is such a smartass. Look at that stupid shit-eating grin on her face. She knows she's bad.
All right, let's get started.
Just sit down over there and keep your fingers crossed.
They're trying to help her save her son, and she just cracking jokes. All right, Nick, be careful, homie. Yo, Piper. Ooh. Yoink, 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 and yoink.
Hey.
Shoot.
Piper.
What's going on?
Your thoughts?
Have any more questions about the Institute's enemies, Blue?
Man, you are one-sided, Piper.
We should get going.
All right.
Look, just stay beautiful. I'll be right back. This is just like Tranquility Lane.
Initiating brainwave migration between the transplant and the host. Mnemonic activity coming from the transplant. It's degenerated, but it's there. We're going to load you into the strongest memories we can find. They might not be stable. Just hold on.
And now shit gets weird. We're about to go inside a man's brain. Or his cybernetic implants, whatever you want to call it.
Can you hear me? Ah, good. The simulation appears to be working, although the memories are quite fragmentary. I'll try to step you through the intact memories and hope we find one that gives us some clue to the Institute's location.
Alright. Well, I can't do anything but jump.
This is the earliest intact memory I can find.
Alright, let's do it. Some freaky shit here. But not the freakiest thing I've ever seen in a Fallout game. Trust me, there's some real shit in these games sometimes. Made me think Bethesda was doing some crack.
You are experiencing these memories as Kellogg. This may prove disorienting at first.
Well, let's get some answers.
Turn down the goddamn radio! I'm trying to sleep!
All 5 states have now signed on, which means that as of this moment, we are all citizens of the new California Republic. I'm sure that's going to take some getting used to for a lot of
Dad was either drunk or not around. I guess he must have run with one of the raider gangs, but I never really knew what he did. Don't know why Mom was with him. Maybe at some point in his life he wasn't a complete asshole.
What a joke.
What's it mean, Mom?
Nothing, Connie. People like to talk and hope someone else is going to keep them safe.
Mom knew how it was. She wasn't soft, but she loved me in her way. And she protected me from Dad. That cost her more than a few beatings. I never knew what happened to her after I left. I didn't want to know. Not then.
Teacher at school said the NCR would bring back the good old days. Like before the big war.
Don't you listen to that twaddle. I'm going to stop singing you if that's what they're teaching you.
People always hoping for something better. They usually end up with something worse.
I'm going out. Where the fuck did you put my boots?
Listen to me, Connie. You take this. You're old enough. You're the man of the family now.
She just gave him a gun.
It's your job to protect us. Your father's useless, but you won't turn out like him. You're a good boy.
I was such a dummy back then. What did I know about how the world worked? I think now she wanted me to kill him. I should have. Instead, I ended up running away. I told myself I wanted to find somewhere out from under the thumb of the NCR and all their rules. But really, I was running from the guilt of not protecting her from Dad. It doesn't matter now, though.
And all that on the radio. All useless talk. The only thing that will protect you in this world is that gun in your hands. You need to learn to use it if you're going to survive.
I will, Mom. I promise. I won't let you down.
You've always been my good boy.
This doesn't seem to be what we're looking for. There appears to be another intact memory close to you in temporal sequence. There. Try that one.
Alright. I don't think anybody had a good childhood in the Commonwealth. Or any other place in the Fallout universe. How can you when the world has turned to shit?
It's gonna be fine. You'll see.
But we don't know anybody here. And now, with the baby?
Come on, Sarah. You've got to give it a chance. I finally got steady work with a good outfit. Nothing like that in the NCR these days.
No, I'm not saying this was a mistake. I'm just... Are you sure these guys know what they're doing? They seem kind of green.
I know. But that's where I come in. Just wait. In a few years, I'll be running my own crew. As soon as I make the connections I need. The thing about happiness is you only know you had it when it's gone. I mean, you may think to yourself that you're happy, but you don't really believe it. You focus on the petty bullshit or next job or whatever. It's only looking back, by comparison with what comes after, that you really understand. That's what happiness felt like. Then I can give you anything you want. And little Mary, too. I was the worst thing that ever happened to her. If she'd never met me, she'd have stayed in the hub, maybe hooked up with someone who didn't kill people for a living. Probably been happier than she was with me. Almost certainly lived longer.
I never worried about you before. Must be my mama instincts kicking in. Who knew I had those, huh?
Come on. Whatever made me think that a guy like me should have a daughter? No, I never deserved her. Not for 1 second. You're great with her. And you don't need to worry about me. Most of it's just running security for the she. A lot of standing around looking tough.
Well, they sure picked the right person for that job.
Listen, it's gonna be great here. See this? This is what's gonna keep you and Mary safe. I promise.
I know, Connie. I'm sure we're gonna be really happy here.
We are. You'll see. No, it's okay. I got it.
So he had a kid?
I'll connect you to the next intact memory.
He had a little ugly girlfriend? Damn. Alright, let's get out of here. He had a life like everybody else. I like how they let you get in depth here to see that not all villains, quote unquote, are necessarily villains. When I write my comics and stuff, I always give my villains good backstories because they're just people. Not everybody's just evil.
How did you think this was gonna end, Kellogg?
Sometimes people just turn out that way. It's life.
You thought you could just fuck with us, and we wouldn't fuck with you? Just so you know, they died like dogs. And you weren't there to help them.
I found another memory to try. I'll connect you.
The memories do turn back on if you stay in that section, but there's no need to do that.
Mind if we sit down?
Suit yourself. I didn't care where I was going. Ended up mostly wandering east. Getting as far away from San Francisco as I could, maybe.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's problems. Is that right?
If you'd pay me.
Oh, we'll pay you.
And, you'll do this all by yourself?
That's right.
We pay you when the job's done. Is that okay?
That's the way you want to do it? So who do you want dead?
Well, it's like this. There's his family. Lives down the creek a ways.
Well, we seem to be getting closer. Try this next one.
So he became a mercenary. Like everybody else in the damn Commonwealth. And it'll just repeat.
Mind if we...
There's always someone who wanted someone else dead. Sometimes just roughed up, but dead was usually what they wanted. Sometimes they thought they could cheat me. That was usually only when I first arrived somewhere. Didn't matter to me. They just took it as part of the job. Little extra thrown in for free. I always got paid in the end. One way or another.
Does he say the same thing with this guy?
There was always a job for someone like me. Didn't matter what it was. Didn't matter who I was supposed to kill. I got pretty good at it. I don't remember much from that time. It all kind of blends together. There was almost always a bar, though. That's universal.
Alright. Let's get the freak out of here.
So, I hear you'll take care of people's...
Mr. Kellogg, I'm glad you decided to meet with me.
So, you're with the Institute. I wanted to see for myself if you really existed. I finally ended up in the Commonwealth. I kinda ran out of road. Plus, I'd come to terms with life. I wasn't gonna be stupid enough to get mixed up with caring about other people again. It was just me against the world. And the world had it coming.
We do, as you can see.
You heard all sorts of rumors about the Institute. But I figured they were just a convenient boogeyman for anything bad that ever happened. They were real, all right. They didn't know anything about operating on the surface. Relied on their synths for everything. They had the resources I needed, and I had the expertise they needed. Turned into a permanent arrangement. Suited me just fine. What do you want?
It's come to my attention that you've been rather disruptive of our operations lately. This must stop.
The first synths weren't all that impressive. I'm good, but I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute. I do what people pay me to do. If that's a problem for you, I could see only one way out. The first synths weren't all that impressive.
Okay, he says the same
I'm good,
thing.
But I'm not that good. But the Institute could always make more, and kept making them better each time. They still give me the creeps, but you have to get used to them if you want to work with the Institute.
And what's that, Mr. Kellogg?
If I'm working for you, there's no more problem. From what I hear, you can afford me.
I don't think you fully understand the situation you're in.
I think I do.
Very well. B-748, initiate.
System off. Shutting down.
Damn!
Impressive. We may have something to talk about after all.
Getting warmer. One of these has got to tell us something.
I'm surprised we were able to kill that guy.
There's one that looks mostly intact. Connecting now.
Shit. I'm amazed we were able to kill that guy. He's pretty badass.
Manual override initiated. Cryogenic stasis. Suspended.
Here we go.
Vault computers are still working. That's good. Checking through the logs. Hopefully it's all...
Just find it.
Pod C6. Down the hall near the end.
I was now the Institute's main operator in the Commonwealth. If they needed something done, they came to me. It wasn't usual for anybody from the Institute to come along on a mission, so this one stood out. I didn't know then who it was we were grabbing from the vault. Of course, neither did they. Not really. The eggheads never liked taking orders from a dirty, contaminated degenerate like me. But they needed me, and I made sure they knew it.
So all these people were thawed out.
I never knew why we didn't just refreeze the rest of them. But we had our orders. Guess the old man didn't want so many loose ends. Too bad he left alive the one person he shouldn't have.
That line's always bothered me, but for spoilers' sake, I won't say anything.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill the kid. I'm not saying I haven't done it, but I never liked to. But it was better this way. Better than taking his kid and leaving him alive.
This is the one. Here.
And there is the atomic blonde.
Even then, I knew it was a mistake leaving her alive. I understood that kind of revenge. No one better. But I was cocky enough to assume I could handle some soft, pre-war vault dweller, even if she somehow got thawed out. At least I know those Institute bastards will soon get what's coming to them, too. If she could take me out, they won't be able to hide from her for long. Open it.
Is it
Almost. Everything's going to be fine.
Okay?
Come here.
No.
Come here, baby.
No. I got him.
Let the boy go. I'm only going to tell you once.
I'm not giving you Sean.
Son of a bitch.
God damn it. Get the kid out of here and let's go. At least we still have the backup.
Cryogenic sequence reinitialized.
What's the holdup? I'm almost finished, Kellogg. I just need to confirm. Come on. All right, we're good.
I'm sorry you had to go through that again. I found another intact memory. Whenever you're ready.
Alright, that gives us a little more insight, but not too much more. Poor Nate. I like Nate, he was funny, man. Well.
Is that your son? This appears to be a very recent memory. So, good news, I think.
Talking about Piper, so this is very recent.
Wasn't my idea to settle down with the kid in the middle of Diamond City. I thought it was a terrible idea, actually. But it was one of the old man's pet projects, so here we were. Me and the kid. Like a happy little family. I ended up kind of liking it. A reminder of what my life might have been if things had turned out differently. But there's no going back. I knew it was just temporary. It'd be back to normal business before too long. This whole setup in Diamond City was part of some elaborate plan of the old man's. Seems obvious now that we were bait for our friend from the vault. Timing couldn't have been an accident. It's not how the old man works. I wonder if he outsmarted me in the end. Another loose end tied up.
We have your gun, by the way.
Kellogg.
It's okay. One of these days you're gonna get your head blown off just barging in here like that.
Minimizing my exposure to civilians is a priority.
Forget I said anything. So what's the big crisis this time?
New orders for you. One of our scientists has left the Institute.
The new breed of synths could easily pass as human. Some of them did. But the coursers, they weren't built to blend in. They were killing machines, pure and simple. Smarter, stronger, and faster than almost any real human. I'm just glad they were always on my side. Left? As in?
He's gone rogue. Name's Dr. Brian Virgil. We know he's hiding somewhere in the glowing sea. Here's his file.
Wow. Some heads are gonna roll for this. Capture and return, or just elimination?
Elimination. He was working on a highly classified program.
No kidding. One of the top bioscience boys? Damn. So, I guess you're taking the kid back with you.
Affirmative. Your only mission is to locate and eliminate Virgil.
You're taking me home to my father?
Yes. Stand next to me and hold still.
Okay.
Whoa. Eddie Murphy just morphed.
X688. Ready to relay with Sean.
Bye, Mr. Kellogg. I hope I see you again soon.
Bye.
Teleportation. Now it all makes sense. Nobody's found the entrance to the Institute because there is no entrance. Let me pull you out of there as soon as you're ready.
Oh, that's why that TV was there. Very clever. Alright, so we got new information. A very weird way to get information, but information nonetheless.
Slow movements, okay? I don't know what kind of side effects the procedure might have had. No one's ever done this before. How do you feel?
Next time I have to watch someone's life story, I want popcorn.
Well, if you're cognizant enough to joke, I think we can safely say that you're out of critical condition. Are you ready to talk about what happened in there?
I saw Kellogg's life. The man who ruined my family. The man I killed.
That's right. He was a human being just like the rest of us. And he had reasons for being what he was, however cruel. How does that make you feel?
I'm not sure, Doctor.
I don't know if there's any right way to feel, either. We're getting off track. The important thing is that we discovered the Institute's greatest secret, teleportation. The only question is, what do we do now?
That scientist Kellogg was supposed to track down. Virgil. We need to find him.
You're right. A rogue Institute scientist could answer all kinds of questions. Where did the memory say he was? The glowing sea? That doesn't make sense. No one goes there. Not even if they were desperate.
Why? What makes the glowing sea so dangerous?
The name says it all. Radiation. So much that nothing there could possibly live. Nothing pleasant. Navigating radioactive hazards is nothing new. But the glowing sea can kill a man in seconds. That's why it doesn't make sense. Virgil fleeing into that hell. The exposure alone.
That's why he's there. To make the Institute think twice about following him.
That must be it. He's using the radiation in the glowing sea like a shield or a cloak, a way to throw them off and be at an advantage. If Virgil found a way to survive there, you'll have to do the same. If you're going to follow him.
How do I fight that much radiation, Doctor?
There are chemical compounds. Rad-X, Radaway. You'd need as much as you could carry. Maybe more. A sealed environment suit would be great, if you could find one. Or maybe one of those suits of power armor? That would be perfect.
Oh, I'm going in naked. Fingers crossed I get superpowers.
I know you're joking, but as a doctor, I feel obligated to remind you that unprotected radioactive exposure will only kill you. Dead. D-E-A-D. So be sure you find a way to get through there with your life intact. And good luck. By the way, I unplugged Mr. Valentine first. Removed the implant while you were waking up. He's waiting for you upstairs.
Well, that was a lot. The glowing sea is very dangerous on any difficulty level. So before we even think about stepping our foot in that place...
Sure, man.
Huh? What happened, Piper?
Hey.
What can I do?
Hey, Piper.
You really do have a talent for finding trouble, don't you?
Didn't you already say that to me?
Is that a problem?
Not at all. Honestly, it's just nice to not be doing it alone for a change. In my line of work, things tend to get pretty hairy. I've been shot at, poisoned, nearly executed. Heck, until recently they called the lockup in Diamond City the Piper Suite. Anything for a story, I suppose.
Boy, CNN would have loved her.
Someone poisoned you?
You kidding me? I barely had the paper going before I got poisoned. First time, I just published an article about this cartel of caravans that had been driving up food prices in the city. Article went over well, even got a boycott of their goods started in town, so I figured I'd pop over to the Dugout Inn for a victory drink. I'd already taken a swig by the time I realized something was wrong. The Dean, he wasn't at the bar. The beer tasted off, even more so than usual. And I started feeling real woozy. I don't know what he slipped me, but I knew I had to get it out. I'm looking around for something, and there it is, the still, and I just start chugging moonshine. Honestly, I'm still not totally convinced it was better than just dying from the poison, but it worked. Blech. And while I was passed out on the floor, security managed to grab the bartender. He eventually ratted out his bosses, and they all got to share some time in the pen.
That's it? They didn't... This attempted murder, ain't it?
Seems that execution didn't quite take, huh?
Thank God. I'd been working on this story about irradiated drinking water in Bunker Hill. I traced the water back to its source through these old sewer tunnels, and what do I find? The children of Adam, setting up like they own the place. Unfortunately, they found me just as quick. Turns out they were not fond of reporters. So, to atone for my trespassing, they decided to make a sacrifice to Adam. Me. I'm kneeling there, about to get the boot into this huge sewer pipe, when suddenly I blurt out, "Adam! He reveals himself!" And they buy it. They pull me back from the ledge, and then gave me their induction ceremony. You are looking at an official acolyte of Adam. Took me a couple more days before I managed to sneak away, get Bunker Hill security to finally clean the place up.
She should write a book about her life.
You've led an exciting life.
Sure have. But honestly, now that I'm out here with you, I feel like I'm just getting started. Getting in trouble is what folks like us do. I mean, you and I are out here putting ourselves at risk so people in the Commonwealth can have a chance at a better life. Not for praise or reward or glory, but because it's right. I just wanted to let you know I'm real happy to be along for the ride.
Good Lord, Piper, just pull her pants down already.
I wouldn't want it any other way. I like having you close.
Oh, thanks, Blue. That's awfully unexpected of you. So, you want to get out of here? Oh, what were you hiding? Come take a look at this.
What did you find? Will you stop waving your gun around? Alright. Leveled up, and... oh, God, I have to get to work. Alright, I got 4 points here. So I think it's time. Since we're going into the glowing sea, first things first. I'm gonna get ghoulish. A lot of people say it's a waste, but it could help me. Ghoulish will help me by having radiation heal me. Unfortunately, I'm not at a high enough level to get the 3rd rank. Alright, so it's time to get combat heavy here. Increase my guns. Let's see, I'm using... you know, I probably should invest in energy weapon upgrades. And strong back. Let's see, rad resistant. That could help too. I'm gonna do a few missions in the next episode to help my character level up. I'm gonna start knocking out some side missions in Diamond City and Good Neighbor, so I can level up more and get better perks so that the glowing sea doesn't kill me, because there's all kinds of horrible death claws, humongous rad scorpions, and dangerous beasts that I just simply do not want to fight in my current state. So we got a bit of work to do in the next episode.
Amari.
Be careful of the radiation. The glowing sea isn't a place to be caught unprepared.
Oh, I'm preparing all right. Let's see, she's got some ammo here, and this episode's pretty much done. All I'm going to do is,
Nice.
That one worth reading?
Knowledge was lost in the bombs here. Good to see someone trying to bring it back.
alright, so we got Piper to the next level. I'm going to be traveling with Piper for a little while. And I'll be traveling with Nick during a very special DLC because he has a very important part of the story.
The memory den's not accepting new clients right now, sweetheart.
Irma.
Oh, enjoying yourself in Good Neighbor? It's a heck of a town, ain't it?
Smells like a crack house. You alright, Nick?
Hey, Valentine.
Hope you got what you were looking for inside my head. I was right. I should have killed you when you were on ice.
What the fuck?
Kellogg. Is that you?
What? What are you talking about?
You sounded like Kellogg just then.
Did I? Huh. Mari said there might be some mnemonic impressions left over. Anyway, I feel fine, so let's get going. Or I could head back to Diamond City, since you've got company already.
We have to head into the glowing sea. Any advice?
I'm a synth, so radiation isn't much of an issue for me, but an old suit of power armor might just be the guardian angel you're looking for. That, or you could buy up all the Rad-X and Rad-Away you can find from any chem dealer who's got it in stock.
No, I'm gonna keep Piper for now, but I will be traveling with Nick later.
I'll see you around, Nick.
Good luck out there. You know where to find me.
I like Nick, though. He's a cool guy, but we'll be traveling with him later. Alright, so before we do any of this, we're going to be knocking out side quests, and I'm going to set myself up in...
Sounds like Ellie needs to talk to us. We should head back to the office next chance we get.
Just don't do that Kellogg thing again. I need to get better weapons. I need to start customizing my weapons. There's a lot to do. Gotta start scavenging for parts. The hell?
Can't believe it. He looked just like Sammy, too.
Sure as hell didn't act like him. Institute thinks they can replace people with synths in this town? They got another thing coming.
What am I gonna tell his mother?
Hey, just your friendly neighborhood watch. Shooting down Institute spies as they crop up.
Glad you took care of him.
Thanks. At least synth doubles die just like the real thing, right? Adios.
Got a reason to be bothering me. I just had to shoot up a synth body snatcher over here.
You wasted good bullets.
Oh yeah? Could have done better yourself, huh? Well, I'm sorry you haven't had the lovely experience of killing a man who's wearing a friend's face. Now get lost.
Synths. Not so scary now, huh?
Yep, he was a synth, alright. He has a synth component. I'm gonna rest up at the Hotel Rexford, so we can travel in the daytime, which is my preferred method, and exploring the Commonwealth and just getting stronger so we can handle the glowing sea is the next goal. And it'll give me a chance to knock off some quests.
You find that brewing machine yet? Or are you just here looking for scrap?
I'll take a look.
Let me show you what I got.
Yeah, what do you have? I wish I could buy up this ammo.
Oh, you staying with us today? Renter assumes no expectation of privacy or safety for you or your belongings.
I'll take it.
All right. Here's your money.
The room is on the top floor. When you come to the hallway, it's the last one on the right.
What great customer service. There better be a mint on my pillow. Actually, I don't think we should eat anything that touches any surface in this game. Alright, I'm gonna rest up and then that'll end this episode. Godspeed. And I'll see you next time. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 o'clock in the morning. Sounds good. You alright, Piper? Piper. Sweet Lord, what the hell happened to Piper? And I didn't get a new gun. Where's Piper? Piper? Did she hurt herself? The Hotel Rexford sure has been glitchy.
Claire runs the desk. Give her something to do besides breathing down my neck.
Oh, there she is. Alright. Come on, goofball. We got a shit ton of work to do.
Your room is upstairs, top floor, the last one on the right down the long hallway.